Ballet has a lot of rules, and it has a set of etiquette rules that you're expected to know when you walk into a classroom. So if you're an adult dancer that's just starting out and all of these rules are something you don't know, you don't want to miss this video because I'm going to break them all down so you can feel super confident when you walk into your first adult ballet class. Welcome back to the Loft Ballerina channel. My name is Natasha and I make videos about adult ballet where I give you tools for your adult ballet journey and I also share my own. So if this is the kind of content that you think you would like, please make sure to subscribe, hit the little bell for the notifications, like the videos and share them. Welcome. Let's talk about ballet etiquette. Oh my god, ballet etiquette. So in other fitness classes that you go to, there might not be such a thing as an etiquette, or maybe there is. There's a set of behaviors that you're expected to abide by. And this vary greatly by studio and by teacher. I'm briefly just going to give you a little bit of the etiquette details that I abide by and that I use in my classes. So let's get started. First of all, my first etiquette rule is be on time. If you are late, me personally, I understand adult students have a very busy schedule. I will allow you to come into class, but please do it quietly. Don't disrupt the class because it's already in progress. Sometimes a big issue with this is if you're not warmed up, you might not feel that great during class. So if you're late, take a couple of minutes before you enter the classroom to just do a few warm-up exercises and then join the class. And again, do it quietly, don't disrupt the class in progress. Don't do any unnecessary talking with your classmates during class. You can always talk before class, after class, during the brief break that you get in between bar and center, but please don't be talking during combinations or when the teacher is explaining. That is just across the board. That's like one of the main rules. It's seen as very disrespectful. So just pay attention and be present. And remember, you have all the time after class to talk to your new friends. Another rule that of etiquette that is pretty much across the board in all ballet classes observed is do not show negative emotion. And yes, I'm aware that this is also a rule that is practiced by cults. But in the case of ballet, showing impatience with yourself or cursing when you miss a turn or just forget the combination is just seen as unelegant. And one of the things that ballet teaches you is to be controlled and be in charge of your emotions. So always maintain a calm demeanor. That was my dog. There's two of them back here. And so yeah, just maintain a neutral demeanor, be present, and if you fail at something, just let it go and move on. Don't express negative emotion in a way that is visible to other students. Pay attention to what the teacher is saying. When the teacher is demonstrating the combination, be there, look, mark with your hands or with your feet as well. Just don't be distracted. Pay attention, because if you don't pay attention while the teacher is explaining the combination and then later when it's your turn to do it, if you do it incorrectly, the teacher will see that and it is likely that you will get better feedback from your teacher if they saw you paying attention to the combination. And then if you still didn't get it, then they will give you better feedback than if they realize you weren't paying attention in the first place. Then they're just gonna, make a note in their mind that you're just not really present and not really there. Be respectful to your fellow dancers. Don't ever laugh if somebody makes a mistake. That's so obvious, but I think it's still important to say. Always be respectful of other people's experience. Let's bring back the cell phone issue. Leave it outside of the classroom. Just either leave it in your car or leave it in your bag. Make sure it's completely silenced. The best way to do that is by turning it off, because sometimes even when we silence our phone, I don't know, this at least happens to me, some notifications still somehow manage to ping with a loud noise, and you do not want that in your ballet class. Just like I talked about that being unacceptable when you go watch a performance, the same thing applies to your class. No cell phones. Now, sometimes you are able to film some part of your class with your phone, and that's okay if you ask for permission first, but make sure that before you do that, you put your phone on the do not disturb mode. So that means that nothing coming in is going to ping and make a noise. So your phone will just basically be acting as a camera. Don't quit in the middle of anything, of a combination, in the middle of the room, or in the middle of the class. If for some reason you have to leave class early, do your best effort to let the teacher know in advance. If you mess up in the middle of a combination, just keep going, improvise, make up moves if you have to, and just have a beautiful, strong finish. Just don't quit and walk off. That is in ballet culture, that is seen as very disrespectful. So just do your best. Trust me, you will gain your teacher's respect even if you forget every single step in a combination. You do your best, make up some steps, look graceful, and just finish. And then walk off, and your teacher will think a lot higher of you if you do that than if you just forget and just say screw it and walk off. That's just not seen quite well. Be very spatially aware. That means that since you're in a room where you're dancing with other people, make sure that you're aware of their presence in the room as well. Keep your distance and make sure you do your best to avoid any possible collisions during movement across the room. And when you have finished your combination, just get out of the working area so other people can go, because usually you will go in groups. So once your group is done, just go so the next group can go. It was actually one of the rules of etiquette that I found, to not take a class above your skill level. Because if you take a class that is above your skill level, you will be somewhat disruptive in that class, because you might be slowing down the people that are already at the skill level that class is designed for. This is kind of a gray area for adult ballet, because there is usually not that many levels of classes. Like for the juniors, there will be 6 or more levels, but for adult ballet, it's usually a beginner, advanced, intermediate. But so it's a little bit more of a gray area, but still, if you feel like you need to go up in level, you might want to show up for that class first and ask if you can just watch, just to make sure that you can actually be in that class and perform. If you feel like you can't, then stay in the lower level class until you feel more confident. But if you do show up at a class and you feel like it's a little bit above your level, just let the teacher know, and she or he will let you know what's the best way to proceed. Quite important, if you need help with something that will take more than a minute or two, just let the teacher know and approach them after class. Most of them will be super happy to help you, but don't expect for that longer correction or little block of instruction to happen during class, because then you're basically stealing time from the rest of the students. So just ask the teacher to help you after, and they're most likely to do it. There's a lot of other etiquette rules, and like I said, they vary by teacher, by studio. For example, one traditional rule is that you're not supposed to drink water during class unless it's for the break between bar and center. I personally believe in the power of hydration. I let people bring their water bottle and keep it in proximity at the bar, or keep it like with their bag during center, because I also drink water all the time. So I think that's one of those rules that we can kind of change, but still be respectful of the general rule that your studio keeps. If there are any other etiquette rules that I forgot to mention, put them in the comments so we can all expand on our knowledge. Hey there, if you enjoyed this type of video, please make sure to share it with other people that would also enjoy it, to help grow the community. And also give this video a like, that helps me a lot. And also interact with it, post a comment, and let me know what you thought. Thank you.